Hello, and thank you for joining in on another video here. Today is July 26th, 2017, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts on the current Bitcoin market as well as some other crypto coins and also the gold market. So we've had a few developments here over the past few days, and I wanted to kind of give some thoughts on it. According to this chart, my last video was on this large up day where we broke out of the cloud and closed up near the top here at around 2880. And then this was on news of the BIP 90 adoption, which sort of resolved the whole SegWit issue we thought for August 1st. And it looks like there was a lot of optimism of kind of being ready to move past all this stagnation of, oh, what's going to happen August 1st? Oh, I don't know, maybe something bad. No, it's going to be great. And, all this price movement in the past few weeks seemed like it got resolved. And then during this part, we got hit with the whole Bitcoin Cash thing. And so volatility crept back in the market, and we eventually kind of sold off some. But that this is a bullish market because we never got a close down in the cloud again. We sort of spiked into it a few times, but this cloud, this upper layer of support here, has held the price in all the daily closes. So that's how you know this is a bullish market. Now, if we get a close down inside it, that might be a warning sign of like, oh, sentiment is changing. And then if we go below it, that's bearish. But right now, still bullish, still above the cloud. And even though these things are leveling off a little bit, we're still looking good. And each time, it came into this cloud, it just popped right back up, and then the closes outside of it. I wanted to point that out because a lot of people are kind of getting nervous about August 1st and just what's going to happen and all that. In my opinion, the best thing to do is just to move your Bitcoins to a wallet that you control the private keys of. For me, I like the Exodus wallet, and I also have a hardware wallet. So I'm just going to move them off there. And then if Bitcoin splits to the traditional Bitcoin and then also Bitcoin Cash, then because the chain is going to fork, you'll have both coins in your wallet. And so in a way, it's kind of like you're getting a free coin of this Bitcoin Cash, and you might just be able to sell it out for some kind of quick profit. Or, you could hold on to it and just see what it does over time. Now, I guess the main thing is going to be, though, how that affects the Bitcoin price. Like, if people really start liking this Bitcoin Cash idea, then there could be some risk to Bitcoin, and maybe people, start to sell out of that and go into the Bitcoin Cash. But I don't know. I think I'm more of a fan of just kind of the regular Bitcoin with SegWit adopted, and I think that there should just kind of be one Bitcoin. And who knows, this Bitcoin Cash may end up going away or something down the line. So Bitcoin has definitely been pulling back a little from this large kind of up candle here. And I think that it's still just trying to figure out what is going to happen on August 1st. I noticed a lot of exchanges are kind of canceling sales on that day. And I'm really predicting that we're going to hover in this range, I'd say 2,900 high and maybe 2,400 low, kind of somewhere in this range until August 1st. And then when this gets resolved, I think this thing is just going to start exploding up. I mean, 3,600 is in play, is what I'm thinking. So, if you guys want in, and are ready to kind of be in Bitcoin, my advice is get your orders in before August 1st, because after that, I think these prices are gonna look so low in comparison. And then, just get a plan for storing your coins, offline in a wallet. And if you need any help on how to do that, you can leave me a message in the comments below, and I'll check them, and I could help you with that if you need some help. I also wanted to turn and look a little bit at gold, the gold chart, because gold has been rallying as well from this level of near 1200, and now it's having trouble with the breaking out of the cloud on the daily chart. We got a pierce through it today on the Fed news, and the dollar sort of was really kind of tanking. But we didn't get a close outside the cloud on gold, so it's still in this area of kind of indecision. And it looks like we even spiked up again to this 12. It's kind of a 1263 level, and it's pulling back. So it's not ready just yet to break out of the cloud, but if we just tread water a few days, we'll be outside the cloud. So gold is looking really bullish here. I took a gold position today, took out an option on GLD, and that shot up nicely after the Fed announced they're not hiking rates this month, and then I believe they gave some guidance on when they're going to reduce their balance sheet. I think the start of that is September, October-ish, which I think is going to be a headwind for the markets. So I like gold here, and we just need to get outside this cloud. We could pull back and retest this 1255. If we do, I would take on a position there. I'm going to be looking to add to my position if it pulls back. And then I think this is going to eventually pop out of the cloud and then retest this $1,300 level. And if it gets enough momentum, I think we're gonna break out of that. So this is just a daily chart of gold, and we had a low back here around 1066 in December of 2015, and then we rallied, broke out of the cloud, kind of touched the cloud, dipped down a little bit, and came back up to a level around 1375, and that was in July of 2016. So that was about a year ago. And then we ended up selling off from that point, and then hit a low of around 1125 around Christmas of 2016. This was right after the election. And then we've kind of been just trading this range from 1300 to 1200. And so I'm thinking if we can get another test of this $1,300 level, depending on what the Fed does and depending on world markets and all, I think that we can break out of this and really start to move higher in kind of the second leg of this run that started from 1060 to 1375. I think this is going to be the second leg of that, from 1130 to, who knows, 1600. So that's what I'm seeing on gold, and really excited about that. And it all starts with us being able to break out of this cloud in sort of the 1263, 4-ish range. So if we can get a close from above that, look out. I think we're going a lot higher. And then Ethereum technically right now is bearish. It is below the cloud, and it's been having a problem. It spent the most time below the cloud of sort of the main 3 or 4 here, and it tried to pop up, couldn't really get past this layer of purple line resistance, and now has turned down. And I'm kind of seeing this as a as something to watch out for in Ethereum. You know, it shot up to this $420 level, and I think a lot of people expected it to kind of go back there. And I remember buying a lot kind of at the $200 level. And now I'm really not sure. You know, this long-term trend line is starting to arc and point down. And I'm really starting to wonder what's going on in Ethereum here. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that, you know, the story behind it is that a lot of ICOs need Ethereum, and they're kind of starting up in exchanging tokens for Ethereum. And then when they get money, they just go and sort of dump their Ethereum on the market to get dollars, or I guess even, you know, euros or whatever, wherever the company is located. And that is causing a huge drag on Ethereum. But if you think of things going forward, I mean, that could be just a factor we're always going to have to deal with when it comes to Ethereum. And it could really be a drag on the price. And right now it is reflecting that, you know, that this is in a bear market on the daily chart. Something that hasn't happened. Let's close this. God, I hate those. Really hasn't happened since it's been, it happened right back here in December of 2016. It was below the cloud, and then it rose up, broke out at about $10, and then kind of consolidated for a while, and then eventually made this giant run. But we really haven't been below the cloud since then. So yeah, good. What is that? Half a year, 7 months, have not been below the cloud, and now we're just starting to break below the cloud. And so what that means is that all the support is kind of up here in the cloud level. So when you get below that, there's no support down here. It just runs, and then you have to go, you know, to the weekly chart to see, okay, we get our long-term trend support here at $80, you know. And, you know, like I was pointing out in another video, the level between purple and orange, so this is like 220 and 80, so maybe like 150. It's kind of an invisible layer of support. So we could have another pullback to 150, you know, and this is also where the Ethereum, when it sold off, it kind of closed at that day. It was at 150 level. So we definitely could see that. I'm not buying Ethereum right now. I'm going to wait and see what happens here. And I kind of warn you guys to do the same, because I feel like this has more room to the downside to go. But if it does hit that 150 level, that would be a great shot to load up on some, because I think it is needed. I think it is going to rebound, but just right now, I don't know. There's just a lot of pull, and this chart is looking really kind of bearish to me. So anyway, that's all the thoughts I have here. I did want to mention one other thing about Genesis mining. I was able to upgrade my Genesis mining. I added 1 full terahash to my account, and just pull up Genesis mining here. So I added 1 more terahash to my Bitcoin mining. Got some funds this month, and was just able to do that. And I used one of the guys who posted in the comments code, because he had used mine, so I wanted to kind of hit him back there. And but when I was making the order, you know, Genesis Mining has a 30-minute time window that they allow you to send cryptocurrencies to pay for your order. And so I sent a Litecoin payment just from my Coinbase account right after I opened up the order. And it was taking forever to get there. It was about 20-25 minutes to get through the Litecoin, I guess, blockchain there. I think everything was really backed up because, you know, Coinbase, a lot of people were maybe offloading for the Bitcoin deal. And so anyway, I did see the confirmations hit before the 30 minutes, but according to Genesis Mining, you know, my payment didn't get there, and then it listed my invoice as expired, and so I was still showing 1 terahash here on my Bitcoin hash rate. So even though I had sent funds to this address, I mean, you can't get them back, because it's a one-way thing. And then it expires, and so I thought I might have lost that amount of Litecoin, and it was about 3.5 Litecoin, or a little over 3, actually, maybe 3.25. And that was like $150, and I was kind of freaking out. So, but I do want to point out that I contacted their customer support, and they were great. They totally found out what was going on, saw that I had sent the Litecoin to the address, and were able to credit my account. And they also said that my affiliate code, the code I used, would get the credit for the purchase as well. So the customer service was doing awesome. It really helped me out with that. So this is a great company. Just in that little example, really showed that it stands by its product here. And also, I haven't had a payout in a few days. Apparently, there was a hack in Genesis Mining. One of their wallets got hacked, and some funds were transferred out. So they sort of shut everything down from issuing payments. And as you can see, the last one I got here was from the 20th. And I was getting a little nervous. I was like, guys, come on, where's my payouts? But today they posted on their Twitter account that everything's back up and running. They've taken security measures to correct the problem, and payouts will start again. And that's when I received this one for Litecoin. So I can't say enough about them. They've been a great company, and really feel like they're in it for the long run. And really, the miners who buy these cloud mining contracts from them are their lifeblood. So it's kind of to their advantage to take care of us, and they really have kind of come through, and they've pointed out that we won't miss a payment that we're entitled to. It's just they had to work out this hack issue on their end. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got. I just wanted to update my thoughts here for today, and kind of give you guys some predictions on what to expect in the next few weeks and months coming up. I think this is going to be a really exciting summer and fall, and we've got football starting soon, so that's always awesome. I just love this time of year, and really looking forward to Bitcoin and gold shooting up higher. All right, that's it. That's all I've got. Talk to you guys later.